Okay, so this is not going to be something I do on a normal occasion, but Jurassic World Dominion is something I have to talk about. I can't wait till it comes out. I can't wait for the proper analysis. I will do that, obviously, like the last two, but I just don't understand how. I mean, how long? 4 years? And you produce this. You make this movie. It's baffling. It's it's just a bunch of fucking fan service. And I need to address a few things that really confuse me, that really make me question how little of a fuck they must give about their fans. The main thing that's the most confusing is the Locust plot. I mean, Locust, I saw them briefly in the trailer and I thought, okay, what the fuck is that? And it's about Locust. That's the main thing. That's what the bad guy, Lewis Dodson, that's what he's doing. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know how little sense the plot makes right now. I got kind of bored, I have to admit. I quit caring. I mean, when I make the analysis video, I'll have to watch it again and, analyze it better. I mean, but I don't really need to know that I'm not happy about this shit. I mean, the Locust plot. What the fuck is that? It doesn't fit anything, and it's just stupid upon its premise alone. It's fucking insane. And the thing is, I know a lot of people complained about me not liking the idea of the dinosaurs not being shot by the military. I mean, that would happen, and I stand by the fact that that fucking kid letting them out was wrong. We see people dying in the intro of the movie, and that is enough to make me say that kid belongs in prison for doing that. But no, they never address this. It's just she's gotta be protected, but that's not even the biggest issue here. I know, I know that they're not roaming the area. I know they're not killing people. I'm aware of that, which is, I mean, I guess that could happen. I guess they could be captured. I mean, you would kill them. You wouldn't let them get to that point, I would think. But that is what it is. I'll talk more about that again in the analysis, but here's the thing. They're again in a secured area, mostly. Most of the movie takes place in that area. I mean, it may as well just be in an island. It's really back to that. Aside from that one scene with those new raptors, not hybrids. I know everybody threw a fit because I thought the movie had a hybrid in it. I saw the trailer, I thought it was a hybrid. I didn't know it was that real big thing, I forget its name. I thought it was a hybrid, but anyway. Yeah, if some reason you haven't seen the movie, you should have if you're watching, but if you haven't, everything in it is not about dinosaurs roaming free. In the one scene when he's on the bike riding away from those raptors, that is because they all break out because of some carelessness, but yeah, that's what that's about. They break free, the carnosaurs break free too, so there's no apocalypse, there's no panic, everything's just okay. I mean, they made this movie look like it was gonna be an apocalyptic thing. Like, well, not apocalyptic, but they're gonna be roaming the area. It's gonna take place throughout the world, but it just doesn't. It's all in one area at the end, mostly, and that's kind of it. It feels more like it should have been the beginning of whatever the fuck the next trilogy is gonna be, not a conclusion to this. I just don't get the point of it. It's so baffling why they would do it like this. And if it led to something good, that'd be one thing, but since you've probably seen it, all the characters end up in the same area at the end. I mean, Sam Neill and Laura Dern just fly there. Jeff Goldblum's, Ian Malcolm's already there. And the other idiots end up there eventually through real unrealistic means, but that's not a discussion for today. But they all end up there, and the dinosaurs really feel like an afterthought. I just don't buy it. I don't. It's just. I just can't believe it. They build up this big, final, epic movie, and we just get a bunch of bullshit. Lewis Dotson is not interesting. He's just fucking weird. I mean, his personality, I know it's not going to be anything like the old guy who played him, and that's fine. I don't expect it to be. But he just feels, I mean, I guess he's more interesting than the villain of the last movie. And don't get me wrong, Fallen Kingdom is still the worst movie. You can't top that. That was just an atrocity, and just so you know, they would not let me keep that video up. They kept giving me copyright claims, so fuck YouTube and their fair use. Yeah, that video's on Odyssey now, so if you click on the video on YouTube, you're gonna get a 20-second video. It'll link you to it if you want to watch that review, but that is what it is. I'm guessing the Dominion video will end up the same when it comes out. But back on topic, Dotson, he's boring, uninteresting. His demise is just irrelevant. I mean, nobody even sees him die. Owen and Claire never even meet him. I don't think they meet him. Sam, Grant, and Ellie do at some point. Only Jeff really calls him out. He's calling him Jeff, whatever. You know their names, so yeah, just complete waste of potential. That was the only real good thing about the movie is watching them all talk and communicate. Again, Jeff Goldblum, real funny and all that, but that ain't enough. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a real conclusion. And we all knew this. We knew when they brought the old cast back, this would happen. It was just obvious. I mean, what do you think was going to happen? They didn't have any ideas. They had a locust-themed plot. I know there's that baby raptor, because they want to sell toys and all that shit. But it's kind of like, Chris and, what am I doing? Owen and Claire go there for that reason and to rescue Maisie, which again, they never mention they never really talk about the fact that what she did was wrong, because obviously it wasn't. And the others go there because of the locust, so, yeah. It's everything you knew you had to see. Dilophosaurus, a feathered raptor, all that stuff. It's all in like one scene, and then just move on. Scene to scene, action scene to action scene, and done. I mean, it's just... I was hoping they wouldn't do that. I was hoping they had some real ideas, but they just don't. They don't. I mean, since they escape in the last movie, you should have made them being free the plot of the next movie. I know I said that was stupid, but that was how the last movie ended, so that's what most people wanted to see, I would assume, if you want to watch the movie, so that's what you'd think would happen, but no, just a bunch of bullshit. And back on the topic of Dotson, you may have noticed that can, the shaving cream can. I get why he has it. I mean, I understand. He sent, Newman to go and get it. Everybody calls him Newman, but how the fuck does he have it? I mean, think about that for a minute. When did he get that? When did anybody get it? They went back to the first island before it blew up, found Newman's dead body, and searched for the can? I mean, in the game, that makes sense. Jurassic World hadn't happened yet. And obviously that makes Jurassic Park the game officially non-canon now. I mean, it was kind of like soft canon. They had that whole island blowing up in the game. That made no sense. Why the fuck did they do that, by the way? But because they did it, logically the game couldn't be canon, but now it definitely isn't because somebody else found that can, because in the game, you don't get the can in the game, no matter which ending you pick, which decision you make. So, I think that's what happens, but anyway. That just doesn't make any sense either. He has it for the sake of fan service, and that's it. It's just what it is. It's all fan service. Dotson's death is kind of interesting because, similar to how Newman died, but That's all it is. I mean, I got a lot to say in the analysis, but for as of right now, I just don't. I mean, I can't go into detail right now. I don't even know how little sense the movie makes right now, to be honest. And, well, one thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but the scene with the big carnivore, I forget the name, I think it's a Giga something, but in that scene, why the fuck can't it see them? I know, I might be wrong, I might not know something, but what's happening in that scene? I really don't get it. I don't. I'm not an expert on dinosaurs, so please, I'm wrong about that. Let me know. And same thing with the parachute thing. I mean, she hides in a swamp from the thing with the big claws. What's that about? Why does it even want her? I mean, maybe it would attack if it got scared, but why did it try to find her in the swamp? I mean, what was happening in that scene? And, you know, a lot of other things I don't like. Blue, the raptor's hardly even in it. Kind of weird. You'd think they'd figure something else out. You know, they brought that one guy back from the first movie for just one scene. You know, I just call him the black guy. I don't know. No, I forget what his name is. The guy from the first Jurassic World movie, he's in the one section. And speaking of which, yes, the new character, I forget her name again, the black trans woman, I'm not saying that in an offensive way. I mean, if that's your thing, this is no way to do it, because she's not interesting. She says some cool lines and that's it. This is not how to support any type of cause, and you knew that'd be the case too. She's the only person advertised that wasn't in one of the movies. I mean, there's the other black guy too, but whatever, he's forgettable as well, so it's all the same shit. Nothing interesting, nobody's interesting to begin with, so maybe I'm wrong about that, but... And then, of course, Dr. Wu turns good at the end. I mean, it's like, again, why? They bring him back in the first Jurassic World movie. Make him out to be an interesting kind of villain. Make him into a villain throughout the second movie, and then now he's good. In the book, he died a gruesome death. You would think they do something like that now, but no, he's good too, so... Everybody lives. I mean, you don't normally see people dying in these movies who you like. The only real good person who dies in any movie is, I guess, Eddie from The Lost World. That's it. You don't really care about the mercenaries in the third movie, so, not mercenaries, but you don't care about them. I mean, in the first movie, just the people who run the park die, and the lawyer. So yeah, you kind of know who's gonna make it in the end, so he turns good, he lives, more wasted potential. And the main thing that really just pissed me off was the ending, because you don't give a fuck about the T-Rex fighting the big dino, you just don't give a fuck. I know it's the same T-Rex from the first movie, but again... We've kind of built up this idea that the hybrids are the villains, but that thing isn't a hybrid. It doesn't even seem that aggressive against them in the one scene. I mean, I don't know what that's about, but again, why do we care if the T-Rex kills it? They let them know it's not about them, they just run away, so why do we give a fuck about that fight? In the last two movies, it was important that the hybrids died. Not in this movie. So when the T-Rex impaled it on the other one's claws, you don't really feel anything. I mean, it's anticlimactic. That's going to be a joke in the analysis, as you might guess, but yeah. Anticlimactic shit. Then the movie ends. Grant and Ellie get together, if you give a fuck about that. And then you see Grant patting Goldblum's back, because I guess they kind of like... made up now. It was slightly hinted at that he doesn't like him. But, yeah, I mean, I guess that's settled too now. But why? They don't even talk that much in the movie. Not enough to lead to any kind of change. So, I just don't understand what the point of that even is. They don't communicate. They just say stupid things to each other. No real interesting dialogue. Nothing. You have to admit, you could have had anybody in the movie. It wouldn't have changed the quality. It's just for the sake of nostalgia. Why do none of these people see that? I mean, I really like Sam Neill, I'll admit. Underrated. And I like Jeff Goldblum, too. I know he's a real nice guy, so you think you'd understand that he's just being used by this fucking studio at this point. Never been a huge fan of Chris Pratt myself. I mean, not him so much. So, yeah, but anyway, but on topic. I just don't get it. I thought if anything, at least to be fun. I mean, but no, it's just not. It's a boring movie. It's way too long. Characters are just there for stupid reasons. None of it makes any sense. Fan footage, fan service, that kind of stuff. It's all it is. Fan service edition. They brought back those two comic relief characters from the last movie to be in the intro. That kind of got off to a bad start. You want people to lead the theater? That's what I almost did, but yeah, I didn't think they'd be in much of it. No, but and one final note: Sam Neill, Grant loses his hat. Do you think he's fucking Indiana Jones? I mean, you didn't think that up. They didn't think that up, no, but yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to keep making these videos. I'm not that interested in doing that kind of thing, maybe on a rare occasion, but in this case, it's beyond what I expected. I knew it'd be better than the last movie, and it is, but that's saying nothing. And this one's getting the worst rating. It's going down as the worst movie. Even IGN gave it a 7. They gave Top Gun Maverick a 7 too, so... But yeah, in this case, that's... IGN will only go so low when it comes to fan service. So for me, 7, that was bad. I was shocked at that. And yeah, the film's got negative reviews all around, mostly. So, it's what it is. I just can't believe it. I just don't get it. So, anyway, that's it. I am the Analyst. Thanks for watching, and if you want to watch the review of Fallen Kingdom, keep in mind, the 20-second video. It's not a 20-second video, it's just the link. I apologize for the quality of that link, but YouTube wouldn't let me have it up, so it'll take you to a different site, a link to Odyssey in that video. Watch it there. Was getting real good views too. Fuck YouTube. Oh, fuck them. So, you made it to the end, an impressive feat indeed. Since you managed that, consider checking out the gaming channel, in which I cover a variety of gaming topics, like in-depth gameplay, and analysis videos like this one. If you want to see that, then press the link in the description. It's that simple.